I'm 29 on my phone.
You're right on. Here we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the emergency city council meeting. It is Monday, August 28th, 2023 at 10:30 a.m. This meeting will now come to order. Let's do the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Patty, would you please call the roll? Present.
Councilmember Leslie Notaro here. Councilmember Mike Zabel.
Here.
Mayor Dave Gaddis,
Here.
City Manager Kyle Riefler,
Here.
and City Attorney Randy Mora,
Present.
and Councilmember Livingstone and Roberts and Vice Mayor Shirley are not in attendance yet.
And for the record, we do have a quorum. All right, before I ask for approval of the agenda, I think it would be fitting to flip items 2 and 3 so that we have a presentation of our current state. Would anyone like to make a motion to amend the agenda? So moved. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, the agenda is amended. Now we need to approve the agenda as amended. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion from Leslie Notaro. Do I have a second? Frank Bankert, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, the amended agenda is approved. So we'll go right to item number 2, which is emergency management update by City Manager Riefler.
Thank you, Mayor. So as you probably heard over the weekend, the National Hurricane Center has been reporting that tropical depression number 10 has turned into tropical storm Idalia, and it is still on path for the Florida West Coast, including Pinellas County area. The last situation report I have from the county right now is still projecting heavy rains starting later tonight. The prediction is 6 to 8 inches. So we can get rains as soon as tonight into tomorrow. 6 to 8 inches is a significant amount, especially at Bel Air Beach. So we need to be aware with the tides that we're going to experience this week. We're looking at 3.6 relatively around noon. So with that alone, with our check valves that we have throughout the city, that they won't be able to empty midday. If we get large amounts of rain, we're going to expect freshwater flooding in the streets. On top of that, we're expecting tropical force winds as early as 7 p.m. on Tuesday night. Then hurricane force winds as early as Tuesday night, and that could be up to a Cat 3 at this point is projected. The surge warning right now is the timing is looking to be Wednesday morning, which is beneficial based on the way the tides are coming to this area. It won't be during one of those peak high tides, but they are predicting, as a last report, storm surge of 4 to 7 feet, which is significant, regardless of what the tide is at. That will affect residents of Bel Air Beach. There's site risks, as always, with hurricanes for water spouts, tornadoes. The EOC for the county will be at full activation starting tomorrow morning, level 1. It may be sooner, depending. They have an executive policy group meeting at noon today. I expect that there'll be decisions made shortly after. As of right now, we started posting information on the website and sending out via constant contact to the residents about our sandbag station activation. Started at 7:30 a.m. this morning, planning to go to at least 6 p.m. We have two 20-yard loads scheduled to be delivered. Should be coming late this morning. Right now, they're calling me when delivery or when the truck leaves. One will go to start another pile of sand and replenish the sand bin over at Bayside Park. And depending on when that second load is timed, and where our lines are at, well, I'm considering going to a load at the marina. Right now, we have 3 operational staff, our public works staff working the sandbag station. I will have to break off one if we do decide to go to an alternate location at the city marina. I think if the volume and the the demand goes up high enough, it'll be beneficial to have 2 locations working. Depending on how fast that sand goes, I plan on ordering more sand, but there will be a point because the storm is moving fast and we're looking at tropical force winds by 7 p.m. tomorrow. The city staff will need to abandon the sand station, just leave it open for residents to get sand, leave the bags, start locking down, securing, city buildings, parks. So just that's something we'll have to play it by ear. If a level A evacuation starts, the storm continues to move as quickly as it is, then we're gonna have to start, fuel, getting fuel in the equipment and moving the equipment and securing down the building. And starting today, well, we started last week, but I have Deputy Klapka in. He will be going around to the construction sites, getting those secure. So for the winds that we're expecting. We have eliminated hurricane re-entry passes right now. I spoke to Deputy Falahy with Pinellas County Sheriff's Department. He is bringing more passes early this afternoon. Currently, the city could use volunteers at sandbag stations and possibly with the re-entry passes. We tend to have people come in that have had them and they're registered, they just don't know where the pass is. So right now, with the limited amount, we're doing 1 per household. Deputy Fowler is supposed to at least give me 200 more, but depending, I'm probably going to stick to just the 1 per household right now so we don't run out. I imagine it's going to be the same situation if not everybody has a pass. There's going to be alternate means to get back on the island like they did for Ian. So this just to keep in mind as a recap, it's still coming, it's coming fast. We're already going to get high tide levels. We're definitely going to get rain. We should expect freshwater flow. And we'll have to watch it and determine after it gets past the storm gets past Cuba, we'll have a good idea of what it's doing. But we have to plan for the worst and hope for the best at this point.
Thank you, Mr. Reefer. Can you give us an update on what the county has done so far?
So far, the county just had a board of county commissioners meeting at 10 a.m. They declared a state of local emergency. And they're, like I said, they're going to have another policy meeting at 12 or noon. They're supposed to give us updates that there's daylight hours to do a level A evacuation takes about 72. So I think they're gonna have to make a call soon on that. So there will be an update. I have a city managers meeting with the county administrator at 1 p.m. and then there is a rock call, which is all the emergency personnel in the area at 3 p.m.
Council?
Question, the reentry passes don't expire, do they? They
No,
don't have any
they
dates
never
on 'em.
expire.
Okay,
Any other questions for Mr. Reefer?
No.
No? All right, thank you for that update. I would like to add on to that there are certain areas in our community that already flood without a storm like this. I would advise everyone in those areas to go ahead and make serious preparations. If whether they have a mandatory evacuation or not, they should prepare for the worst and start thinking about the best way to seek shelter and higher ground. Also, if you have any elderly neighbors that are not upwardly mobile, please check on them and make sure that they have a way out also, if necessary. I do expect some of these homes in the first through ninth area to have water around them. So let's all think about our neighbors and remember that we are Bel Air Beach and we're a loving community. Any other questions or comments for the city manager? No? All right. So we will now move on to item 3, which is consideration of resolution 23-05. Mr. Moore, would you mind reading the resolution, please?
Happily, Mr. Mayor, this is resolution 2023-05, a resolution of the city of Bel Air Beach, Florida, declaring a state of local emergency in Bel Air Beach due to tropical storm Idalia/Hurricane Idalia and its potential threat of harm to the residents and property of the city of Bel Air Beach. This has been a reading of resolution 2023-05 by title only.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. Before we move forward, let's go to the citizens for comments. Would anyone like to make a comment on this resolution? Do we see anyone remotely that?
Let me
their hand raised?
Yeah.
Let's just check that right quick.
Got no hands. Councilmember Roberts texted me. That I asked him on mute. He hasn't unmuted.
He is
Unmute, so speak through, I guess.
unmuted. Mr. Roberts, can you hear us?
Can you hear me now?
I don't think he's able to speak. Mr. Roberts, would you like to, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys and I can see you
Okay, all right.
perfectly through
So
Zoom.
we'll
Can you
just
hear
move
me?
forward. All right, I'm going to close citizen comments and now I'm going to need a motion to move forward with this resolution.
Move forward with the resolution.
All right, motion made by Frank Bankler. Do I have a second? Second. A second by Mike Zabel. I guess we need to do a voice vote on this one. All right, so before we do that, would any council like to make any comments? No? All right. Patty, would you please call the roll?
Mayor, do we include Councilmember Roberts or no?
We can put him on record if he's able to vote.
Okay.
I send it
Councilmember
to-
Banker,
Yes.
Councilmember Notaro,
Yes.
Councilmember Roberts,
Yes.
Thumbs up. Mr. Roberts, shake your head up and down if you, okay, yes, I see a thumbs up.
thank you.
Thank you.
Councilmember Zabel,
Yes.
Mayor Gaddis.
Yes.
Mayor, Vice Mayor Shirley also says yes.
Okay, all right, please add, she must be texting in.
She texted me. She's listening.
Is that a vote? Yes, thank
Yes,
you.
we can accept it.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, so the resolution passes unanimously. And that concludes this meeting. Would someone like to make a motion to adjourn?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, sir.
would be proper to ask the city attorney in the future, could we give the mayor during his term the authority to invoke the declaration of emergency without calling the council?
Yes, and you have the ability to make that proclamation without the need for a meeting and then ratify it after the fact retroactively, which is also done in other communities. So that's something we can make sure is explicit or clear if it's not already in your policies.
I'd like to
Okay,
I'd like
alright.
to make that motion right now,
Okay, the motion is for,
giving the mayor the ability to for a state of emergency to make a declaration of a.
So we would have to codify that, just procedurally. We've already done it for now, so we're good for now.
Right,
As far as going in the future, we would get a resolution or ordinance in our code to make that clear. So we don't, in as much as it's desired, I think that it's clear that's desired and I can make that an action item.
Okay,
But we don't need a motion or second at this time.
okay,
for that.
great. Hopefully we won't need that.
yo, right.
All right, do I have a motion to adjourn? Motion made by Frank Banker. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mike Zabel, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Aye.
All right, thank you so much for making this quorum.
I need to
Thank you,
see
sir.
you. Kyle, Randy, can I see you guys in private place with the mayor? Or,
That's why I hope you're bringing the city attorney in.
that's right.
All right.
Okay.
Stay safe. Take care.